Okay, so we're going to talk about the new packages queue and packages workflow. Normally, we have one prescription starting from intake, moving down to reject, print, verify, waiting bin, and then sold. And that's a workflow that takes one fill at a time and puts it through workflow. Sometimes, though, you'll have a need to put a group of prescription fills through workflow all at the same time. And now we're going to do that through the packages queue. So in the packages queue, we take a package that contains one or more prescriptions all the way through workflow as a group. And I want to show you how that happens. So first we want to look at creating a package. And you can create a package in one of two ways. First is you can go to a patient sync list and click the export package, and you'll see a new package gets created. The package will be in pending status. So package 119 is pending. Pending is a special status that means the package won't be visible anywhere. It's just a way of knowing that it exists and it was created, but it's not intended to go into workflow. So you can click the export, look at a pending package, hit close, and you won't see anything happen. It won't show up in the packages queue, and it won't be visible here in this package column. You'll notice too, by the way, when we create this package that it's split into one or more packing lists. So this one was split into just one list because all of my items were in the in-pack container. So they all got split together. But a Ventolin inhaler, for example, won't be necessarily split or not, won't be necessarily in a pack. And so we'll put that separately. The same thing with our Basilar and our inhalers. So we're going to separate those out. And now when we generate this, you'll see that we have 7 pack items and we have 3 other items. So DRX is splitting that for us automatically. The splitting rules are going to be found in your location settings, package settings, and then the categories you can split automatically into separate packing lists within a package rather is controlled substance, vial, in-pack, hazardous, and refrigerated. You'll notice too that later on we'll be able to add issues to a package, which kind of allows you to communicate within your team about things that are wrong or need to be fixed, or just informational knowledge about a package. If you click on this, you can create a new issue type, and the issue type can be something like back ordered drug. And so this drug is on back order, and we can create the issue. And once we put in our credentials, you'll see that issue shows up down here, and we now have a back order drug. This drug is on back order, and you'll understand what these issue types are for a little bit later. So I'm going to hit close here, and I'm just going to head back into our sync list. And let's say we go ahead and split them, and we have 7 in pack, 3 other. We want to continue moving forward. Now, if you have in pack drugs, we do put our integrations here as well, where you can download flat files to send to packaging machines. And there's going to be more options for these integrations coming up soon as well. But you can see these packing lists. The packing list ID is going to be shown down here at the bottom. And you can go in and edit these packing lists if you choose to as well. So like, for example, here, I can edit these, etc. So just a quick way to be able to see what's on a particular packing list. You can also print the packing lists from here as well as remove them from the package completely. You can even add a manual packing list and then go in and put in your own drugs onto the packing list. So I'm going to choose not to do this. It kind of auto selects that for me. So I'm just going to close that and then remove this packing list here as well. If you already have an existing packing list and you want to add it to a package, you just click here, scan the packing list ID or enter it manually here, type it in, press enter, click the add packing list button. And then all packages are due on a specific time. This is how we'll order your packages queue by due date. So you can choose a date and a time, as well as see the patient information. We also have a package source. So what we're doing here is manually creating a package, but we can also have packages that are created based on your cycle filling. So if you had fill triggers here that were set to cycle, and then in your sync queue, you went to process cycle by clicking this button here, DRX would go ahead and not only fill all of those, but it would actually create a package for you as well. And then you would see that the source of the package was coming from the cycle fill process rather than a manual export of a package. We also have standard and expedited package options, so you can expedite it or keep it standard. You can pause and unpause a package to let people know that the package is waiting on something and you don't want to move it forward in workflow. And when you're ready to create a package, you're going to change the status to created. And when you save that package, you're going to see that the package section shows up here, and you can even click on the package to edit the package and see what it looks like from here as well to make any changes. Once a package is created, it is going to show up in your packages queue. So I'm just going to go look for that one from the one that I just created here. I'll see if I can find that. Yeah, here it is, Mr. Daniel Safety here. And you'll see that it's in created status. If I go in and click on the status, I can change it to in production. So this is how you would move it to the next stage. Now these statuses, we have some very basic statuses that you can choose for a package. And the whole point of those statuses is for you to manually move something along and give it a different status so everybody on the team knows what's supposed to happen. Ideally, too, the created status serves as a method for allowing your production team to be able to just look at the packages queue and take a look at only the created statuses like this. And they can go in to anything that's created and they can change it to in production. And this is how you would go ahead and tell your team that it's ready to move on to the next step. So typically a workflow could be you go in and assign a user to a package. So I assign this to Billy Bobby. And once I've assigned it to somebody, I can just move it to in production and then it's on to the next person. And I can just keep assigning and moving it into production. So you can have one person assigning packages to different users and then sending them over into production. Now in the production, if you filter it to just by the production, you can also filter it by only packages that are assigned to you. So you could be at a workstation here looking for packages that are in production. And maybe you're also going to look at verify, waiting bin, shipping, and released as well, or maybe even out of stock. Now, the rejected status is kind of intended to, let me get created in here too. Well, no, I'll take away created. The rejected status is intended to allow you to reject a package and send it back to your data entry customer service team. Which will help you at scale. So Billy Bobby would be looking at their kind of in progress packages. They would see something show up, it's in production, and then they would go and do all the filling steps. Now the filling steps, there's lots of workflows. If you click on the pack itself, you can see a custom queue that loads only those meds. You can scan your RX numbers here to go through the scanning step on all of these prescriptions. If you click here, you can also switch it to verify. So if you can use this for a pharmacist to verify everything, as well as just selecting it all and clicking verify or scan down here, that works too. But you can also scan prescriptions up here. It works just like a typical custom queue would. And so you can essentially print your labels, scan them, verify them, and get them all ready to go on a per packing list basis. So we have them split so you can see each packing list and work on that at a time. However, if you wanted to see the entire package, you can just click on the package ID and everything in that package will show up over here as well. And you can even see the status that it's in and work those things through workflow, sending them to the next level of production. So for example, a pharmacist might be looking at every package that's in the verify step, not necessarily assigned to them. They can just look at anything that's verify ready, and then they can go ahead and grab that package, load it up here, and then scan each label and do their final check from this stage as well before they move it on to the next one, which is essentially waiting bin. And that just means it's ready to go. And you could have another station that's looking at your waiting bin prescriptions and getting those ready to ship. And that's another feature that we've added to the packages queue. So if I go in here and edit the package, you can see we now have the shipping option here too, where you can list your shipping options right from here, generate a label, choose your shipping type. And once you have all that set up, that label will be visible and ready for you to grab at a later time. So if I generate the shipping label, it's going to move a little slow here. You can see that I now have a shipping label associated with this package. If I come in here, you'll see package 5. This is the label for package number 5. So I can go in here, grab package 5, and I can print this label at any time and get that out the door. So just as an example there. So that way the shipping label kind of sticks with this pack and you can print it at any time. We also added a option to print all of your labels inside the pack all at the same time. So if you click this label button, it'll print all of your RX labels all at once, which is happening for me, just not showing up on the screen share. You can also click this package to print your package out. And that also is a customizable template for your store. It's a new type of printable that allows you to print the package and all your packing lists using our repeating elements subtemplate concept as well. Now, any change that happens to a package goes into this audit trail. So you can see every time a user did anything with this, whether they added an issue or deleted a packing list item or paused or unpaused the package, changed the status, all that stuff is visible down here. It's exportable as a CSV if you need to take a copy of that as well. And then, of course, we have the issues. So if there's an issue on this gabapentin, you go ahead and click on it, select an issue type, and let's just say it's a backordered drug. You can create an issue. And then, for example, you could pause this. So when you're down here, you can see that it's paused. There's an issue. If I click on the issues, it brings it up, and I can see gabapentin is backordered. If I click on the issues button, I can even create a new issue And this issue can be a manual issue. So let's say there was something that we missed that we didn't put on the package. I could say, missing, or I could call this omeprazole like this, 40 milligrams. And I could just say prescription required. And so we could just say we do not have a prescription for this, et cetera. I can create this issue. That way, when it comes down to shipping, even though we might decide to send this out, let's say we unpause it, we're going to send it without that omeprazole, we can still at least see this. And when you print your package label out, that issue will show up on the package label, and you can see an issue there as well. So just a quick overview of our packaging system. Eventually, the final step would be sending something to delivered, and that's when it would kind of disappear from your queues since you're not going to be looking at it. Although you can always go back and see every package by just clearing out all the filters. It'll show you everything, including your canceled packages, by the way. So lots of filters there. You can have pack types. So if you have pack types that were split by pack, vial, control, hazardous, refrigerated, or other, you can see I want to see only packages that have a hazardous or refrigerated item, as well as, for example, only seeing your not paused packages if you don't want to see those. And you have an expedited filter here too, so you can just take a peek at what's expedited and what needs to go out first. So quick overview on the packages queue. Some more to come on that workflow, but I encourage you guys to try it out and let me know what you think.